Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I hope you are having a fantastic day.
Hey guys, it's great to be here. Today we have a very special episode. It is a story that I think everyone can relate to it.
I agree. Today, we are going to talk about the biggest enemy of learning English.
Is it grammar?
No, it's not grammar.
Is it pronunciation?
Not that either. The biggest enemy is the sentence, I have no time.
Ah, yes, the classic excuse. I am too busy or I will do it tomorrow. We have all said that.
Exactly. To explain this, I want you to tell you a story. I want you to meet a character named Tom.
Nice to meet you, Tom. Tell us about him.
Well, imagine the year is 2026. Tom is a young professional. He is a very nice guy, but his life is chaotic.
Chaotic? How so?
He wakes up, checks his emails, goes to work, goes to the gym, checks social media, answers messages. His phone never stops. Ping, ping, ping.
That sounds stressful. It sounds like a normal life for many people.
It is. Tom really wants to improve his English. He knows it is important for his job, but every night he looks at his textbooks, sighs, and says the magic words.
Let me guess. He says, I am too tired. I have no time.
Exactly. He thinks he needs 2 hours a day to study, and he simply doesn't have 2 hours. So he does nothing.
So Tom is stuck. He does nothing because he is too busy. What happens next?
Well, one Saturday, Tom meets his friend Alex for coffee. Alex is different. Alex speaks English fluently.
Tom is probably a little jealous, right?
Yes, he is. Tom complains to him. He says, Alex, I wish I could speak like you, but my schedule is full. I have 0 free time.
And what does Alex say? Does he agree?
No. Alex laughs at him. He looks at Tom and says, Tom, let's make a bet.
A bet? I love bets. What are the rules?
The rules are very specific. Alex says, you don't need 2 hours, you only need 15 minutes. But you must study for 15 minutes every single day for 30 days.
Only 15 minutes? That sounds very easy.
It sounds easy, but consistency is hard. Alex adds a condition. If you miss one day, just one day, you lose.
And what happens if he loses?
If he loses, Tom has to pay for an expensive dinner at the best restaurant in the city.
Ooh, that is expensive. High stakes. Does Tom accept?
He thinks about it. 15 minutes seems very small. It seems impossible to fail. So he shakes Alex's hand and says, deal, I accept the challenge.
So the challenge began. Day 1 was easy, day 2 was easy, but then came day 3.
Ah, yes. The initial motivation usually disappears after a few days.
Exactly. Tom made a classic mistake. He decided to study at night, right before bed. It was 11 p.m., he was tired from work and the gym.
That sounds like a bad idea. Was he able to focus?
Not at all. He opened his notebook, looked at the first page, and fell asleep instantly.
Oh no. Did he lose the bet?
He woke up 20 minutes later confused. He quickly studied for 15 minutes, but he didn't learn anything. He was miserable.
So studying at night didn't work. What did he do next?
He went to the other extreme. He tried to wake up at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.? That is painful.
It was a disaster. He was grumpy and exhausted all day. He realized that finding time was harder than he thought.
It seems like he was struggling to stick to a habit.
That is a great phrase, to stick to a habit. It means to continue doing something difficult without quitting. Tom was ready to quit. He almost called Alex to say, I give up. But Tom didn't quit. Instead, he stopped looking for a perfect hour. He started looking for dead time.
Dead time? What do you mean by that?
I mean the small moments between activities. For example, His commute to work. Tom spends 20 minutes on the bus every morning, usually just staring out the window.
Ah, I see. So he decided to use that time.
Exactly. He started listening to English audio lessons on the bus. Sometimes he would repeat words out loud.
Out loud? On a public bus?
Yes! People looked at him strangely. One lady thought he was talking to a ghost, but Tom didn't care. He was getting his 15 minutes done before he even arrived at the office.
That is brilliant. He managed to squeeze in a study session.
Yes, that is our second key phrase, to squeeze in.
To squeeze in. It means to find a small space or time for something in a busy schedule.
Tom squeezed in English while cooking dinner, too. Instead of watching TV, he labeled ingredients in English: onion, pan, oil.
So he didn't make new time, he just used the time he already had.
Precisely. And suddenly, the 15 minutes didn't feel heavy anymore. It became a normal part of his day. 30 days passed quickly. Finally, the day arrived. Tom walked into the restaurant to meet Alex.
The moment of truth. Did he have to pay for dinner?
Alex smiled and immediately started speaking in fast English. He asked, "So, Tom, how was your month? Did you give up?"
I am nervous for Tom. What did he say?
Tom didn't hesitate. He didn't say, or look at his scone. He looked Alex in the eye and replied in English. He said, "It was great. I actually enjoyed it."
Wow. Was his English perfect?
No, it wasn't perfect. He made a few small mistakes, but that didn't matter. He was fluid. He was confident. He wasn't translating in his head anymore.
That is the most important part. Confidence changes everything.
Exactly. Alex was impressed. He admitted defeat and bought Tom a coffee. He told Tom, "You learned the secret."
And what is the secret?
The secret is that consistency is key.
Consistency is key. That is a powerful phrase. It means that doing something regularly is the most important factor for success.
Yes, Tom realized that 15 minutes every day is much better than 5 hours once a week. The small efforts accumulated into a big result.
What a great story. It really proves that we often have more time than we think.
Absolutely. Before we go, let's quickly review the 3 key expressions we learned from Tom's journey today.
First, we talked about sticking to a habit. This means not quitting even when it gets difficult.
Second, we learned to squeeze in. This means to find small moments in a busy schedule to do something, like studying on the bus.
And finally, the most important lesson, consistency is key. Doing a little bit every day is the secret to success.
So here's our challenge for you today. Don't try to study for 3 hours, just find 15 minutes.
Squeeze it in during your breakfast or while you walk the dog. Make your own 15-minute promise.
We would love to hear how you use your 15 minutes. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode.
See you next time. Keep practicing.
Bye, everyone.